sedated, put under anesthesia, and the last thing I remember was just two men just looking over me, and I was just gone, finished, gone. And then as I was gone, I saw myself being pulled or falling into this almost blue-white star. It was very, very real. It was almost more real than this reality here, because I was really being pulled into this blue-white star. And as I was being pulled into this blue-white star, immediately I landed, or I was there, and I was greeted by these two beings that were sitting on thrones. Very strange.
But it looked like space. It was dark out there. And then on above and below was the earth still. I was here. So couldn't see stars, but I assumed they were there. I assumed it was space because that was what my brain was thinking. So I felt as if the closer I got, I was curious about it. So I approached it. However, I did. Again, that was out of body because it was, how did I approach it? Another dimension. And the closer I got to it, the more I felt I describe it as a suction. So it's like the drain at the bottom of a swimming pool, sort of. That the closer I got, the more force it pulled me toward it. And it wanted to, I felt like certainly if I went through it, but if I got too close, it would just suck me out into the universe. And that if it did that, I felt for certain that all of what I described then as all of my atoms would be equally dispersed throughout the universe.
I'm there and I begin to feel my perception opening, like multidimensionally. And the next thing I know, I'm coming through a realm, which is, we hear about the Bardo, this just horrible hell realm of being stuck, as a zombie. And I'm beginning to pass through this Bardo. And I began to see just this foolish existence of people caught in their suffering. And the more I focus on that, the more I'm pulled like a magnetism into that. And then I recognize my mind. And the moment I recognize that, I just come into the center place and I begin to allow that to be the peripheral experience rather than being in that experience, like rather than merging with that state. And the next thing I know, it just, again, rapid fire, speeding fast, elevates me through. I'm just like pushed out of that, right? Like this pressure just pops me into another dimension. And I'm speeding again. It's just like the sonic speed of a jet, faster light speed. I'm just going through this darkness. And then on either side of me, I see two dark beings, and I begin feeling really afraid. And then they come up beside me and flank my sides, and it's like these giant angelic beings turn into the most beautiful, radiant light, and they're lifting me, and I realize we are all light. That me and them were not separate. We were just this trinity of oneness lifting. And here I begin to see anything is possible. So in this place, I can hear the sound of the speed. It's almost like wind, passing by my ears. And then we enter a place where they peel away. And again, I'm in another domain or another dimension. And this one is absolute, weightless, timeless, infinite silence. And I'm just buoyed here. And so it's as though I went through the dark night of the soul experience into this place of infinite peace and calm. And then there is this experience of all of me disappearing, like there is no self, there's no identity. It's like I am erased.